Tony in the Woods 7. By Hak Jin Kim. Tony in the Woods. As the night goes on, the 4 high school students feel drowsy and fatigued. Everybody in the room falls asleep. When the window is sliding to open without making a noise. Then, 3 miniature men appear and take Jenie out of the room. They are so agile in their movements that Jenie is outside in a minute and walks to her scooter by herself. With her eyes closed like a sleepwalker, Jenie in her sleep drives a scooter to the mountain. And she lies down on the wooden bed in the cave. The morning sunlight comes in through a chink in the cave wall. Jenie wakes up pop-eyed thinking that she should have been with 3 teens. Soon she hears beautiful voices. "Don't be surprised. We brought you here to say something." "What? I don't understand." "You could talk to me in front of Tony and his friends 'cause they know you." "What is it?" "Well, we're moving soon. Here, we've been very pleased with you. Since you caught our attention when you were in your early teens. We found you somewhere in town. You were so adorable and nice. We saw you live a tough life without parents. But you seem to be very positive. So we liked to watch and help you if possible. Now you grew up smart to become a college student on your own. And you get good friends. We're proud of you so much," Ali sings. "Oh, thank you. Where are you going?" "I'm so sorry to hear that. Why didn't you come to me earlier than now? Anyway, I'll leave for the college next month, too." "Then, are you gonna be nearby?" Jenie asks, smiling. "We're not sure. But we can watch you from somewhere," Ali sings and grins. Jenie sits alone for a while after miniature man-like figures vanish. She looks around the cave, thinking she has to clean up before she leaves for the college. At that moment a message pops up on her cell phone. "Jenie. Where are you? You're gone. Text me right now. I just had something to do, but I'm finished with it. I'll wait for you and your friends. Around 10 o'clock at the cafeteria in the mall. I'll buy you brunch in gratitude for what you've done," Jenie texts back. The mall is crowded with kids who are on a summer break. Before heading to the cafeteria, Jenie checks her wristwatch to see whether she has time to drop by at a store to buy souvenirs for Tony and David and Becky. At a jewelry shop she picks up 3 gold necklaces for them. Thinking of them as grateful friends, Jenie enters the cafeteria waving to Tony and his friends. She feels a strong friendship grows among them after the event. "Guys, I thank you so much for your time and effort. You were really nice, so I brought gifts from my heart. I won't forget your heart as long as I live. And I hope to keep in touch with you wherever we live." Here they are. Jenie holds out her hand. Tony, David and Becky say at the same time, "Thank you, Jenie. You shouldn't have. We all enjoyed so much and I'm so happy to do things with you. Jenie, we put money we earned yesterday in your checking account. To double-check, you'd better check now," Tony says with a big smile. "Oh, can I have such a big money?" Jenie says with a trembling voice. And she presses on her cell phone and finds out the money transferred into her checking account. "Oh, what a lucky girl I am. Thanks again. Don't forget I always welcome you with my whole heart," Jenie says with a sweet smile. They walk around the mall for a while. After brunch since Jenie is free on the 2nd day in a row. As the afternoon draws on, David leaves for home with Becky, while Jenie gives Tony a ride by scooter. On the way to the cottage, Tony suggests that he'll help clear the wooden bed and a fence off the cave. Jenie drops Tony off at the entrance of the Browns' property. Each day passes fast and the heat in August is lessening little by little. Tony is back into a routine. And Jenie seems to be ready to leave for the college. Through texting messages Tony and Jenie tell each other what they're doing. One day when Tony is busy with his online computer course, he gets a message that Jenie comes to the cave to remove the stuff. On the day Jenie's supposed to come, Tony makes an early start in the morning to the cave with Ben and Ed. He wants to surprise Jenie with his handling of the work. He takes a familiar path and reaches the trail which leads to the cave. Walking along the trail, he remembers a golden necklace Ben found, smiling on his face. "Hey, Ben, do you remember a necklace?" Tony fiddles with Ben's ear. Tony walks for a mile or so, but he sees nothing but trees and bushes without any sign of the cave. He continues to walk the trail and stops on the top of the gentle slope, looking at a two-lane road ahead of him. At that time he sees Jenie stop her scooter to park. He calls out Jenie, waving his hands. Jenie comes up to Tony in an instant and says, "Oh, Tony, you don't have to come up here." "Hello, Ben, Ed." She strokes down Ed's hair. "Hi, Jenie, it's odd. I couldn't find the cave, so I kept walking. And then stopped at the end of trail," Tony says with surprise. "What do you mean? Let's go." Oh, I can't see anything. It should be here. Everything's gone. I can't even see the cave." "Oh my gosh. Then the cave wasn't natural? What's happening?" Jenie shouts. "I get it. Ali and his friends made a cave and they made the bed, huh? What a dumb girl I am," Jenie says, looking at Tony in dismay. Jenie and Tony stand in silence for a while. Tony breaks the silence and starts to talk. "Speaking of them, they can't be real in our daily life. We haven't seen that kind of living things around the world. I even wonder we all really hung around with them, huh?" "Tony, to tell the truth, I talked with Ali and his friends several days ago in the cave. It was the day I treated brunch to you. They said they were leaving, but I didn't believe it. And they're gone. By the way, I even didn't expect this cleaning. Oh boy, they must be living somewhere we never find," Jenie says plainly. "Everything that has happened to us feels like a dream. Can we see them again? I already miss them," Tony says, giving a hollow smile. Tony sits on a rock and says, Jenie, are you ready to go? When are you leaving?" "Tomorrow. There are things to do in the college town. Like getting a part-time job, you know," she smiles. "I see. And I'll miss you a lot in the woods. I know we can see whenever you are free," Tony says, smiling at Jenie. When looking at Jenie, Tony put his hand in his pocket, grabbing a necklace, and takes it out. He opens his palm and says, "Let me ask you about this necklace. With a pendant of pellucid oval glass. Did you order this to the clerk to put golden letter J inside the glass?" "No, I don't know, because it was hung on my neck when I was found by a social worker at a facility. Maybe my biological mother left it for me," she says. "Oh, then you'd better keep it. It may be a sign for her to recognize you," Tony says, staring at her. "Nah, I'm sure that she won't look for me. I've been alone all the time and now you're close to me. I don't have a wish of family reunion anyway." Jenie gives a big smile. As the noonday sun is on the wane, Tony and Jenie rise to their feet to go their separate ways. They hug each other and Jenie goes to her scooter. Tony sees her off on the spot, saying, "Take care, until we meet again. Text me every day." Jenie waves her hand behind her back, holding back her tears. Tony watches her back until Jenie leaves, and turns around to go back home. "Hey, Ben, Ed, let's go home," Tony says briskly. On the way home, Tony keeps looking at trees and rocks in awe of nature, thinking of Ali and Eli and Ollie. He sees the woods in light of a music box, which is full of stories, now smelling some odor of freshness on the breeze from the woods. He finds that everything in the woods seems alive with inexplicable spirit. Tony begins to sing like Ali and his friends, expecting every minute of his stay in the woods with another extraordinary experience in the woods.